Good morning, friends. Today in this video lecture, I'm going to give some basic idea about what are smart polymers. So normally in daily life, we are just observing these materials. Uh, Suppose the coffee cups, we normally see that when no coffee is there, the warm or hot coffee is not there, then it looks like a completely black. If you pour a coffee, then what will happen? Then we can see that the view of a beautiful picture like this. So at hot water or hot coffee or whatever the hot liquid, when you are just placed it in this cup, we normally get a visualized picture, and in cold condition we can see that it is completely like a black. So what are these materials? How we normally get these changes in the colors that we normally get at lower temperatures and higher temperatures. These are, you can say that these are the spot materials. They can be influenced by the thermal process, the external stimuli, thermal process, temperature. And this is also normally the glasses that we normally see, photochromic lens. They normally changes with the light. Suppose the light is very dull, then we can see that it is like almost look like a white. But the light is becoming dark, we can see that the color will be changed. So it will completely becomes a gray color or a black color. So photochromic lens, they are also influenced by the change in color of the glass is influenced by the light. So here is the temperature, here is the light. So some materials, they can be influenced by the external stimuli and gives new properties. These we normally call them as a smart materials, or otherwise if they are made up of polymers, they are called smart polymers. What are smart polymers? They are stimuli responsive polymers, or otherwise we can call them as intelligent polymers. These polymeric materials have one or more properties that can be significantly altered in a controlled fashion by external stimuli. The external stimuli, when you are applied, the properties will normally changes. Here, the temperature is applied, the black color is slowly vanishes and giving a beautiful picture. So temperature changes, the properties of that particular material changes. Similarly, when the light is giving to the glass, then it is becoming darker and darker. So the light is the external stimuli, temperature is the external stimuli. So to the materials, when the external stimuli is added, then what will happen? The properties will change significantly in a controlled fashion. So these materials, we can call them as the smart materials, or otherwise the smart polymers. What are the external stimuli such as pH, enzymes, the redox process, glucose, temperature, light, or electric or magnetic fields, or mechanical motion, mechanical stress, etc. So if these external stimuli is applied on the smart materials, then one or two properties of these materials slowly changes, but in a controlled fashion. Those materials, we can call them as smart materials or smart polymers. The responses of the polymers with the above external stimuli are manifested as changes in one or more of the following. So what changes it brings? The shape, solubility, color, self-assembly, or sol-gel transition. Yes, we cannot say it. The properties are enormous, vast. So they bring any changes in the properties. So that's why we are just giving mostly the shape, color, solubility, self-assembly, and sol-gel transition and others. One of the important thing is one of the important character features of these materials are the ability to respond to very slight changes in the surrounding environment. Environment changes, they normally change. So they can be act as a best sensors. The environmental changes can be, they, they will identify and they respond. So environmental change, they respond to the environmental changes also. So how they respond? They respond in such a way that they bring some structural changes in the structure. But one important point is these transitions are also reversible, and the environment will come back, then again the system will come back. So that's why when you are heating, then it becomes a pictured cup. When it is cold again it becomes a black cup. So they are highly reversible. These systems are able to recover their initial state when the stimuli ends. So yes, we see that these are the external stimuli, these are the material, what changes that we normally see. So this may undergo swelling, this may undergo shape change like this, or they may undergo self-assembly. They themselves undergo self-assembly. So that's why they bring some structural changes. Either they undergo swelling, shape change, color change, or undergo self-assembly. So these are the changes that we normally see in this particular materials. What are the classification of smart polymers? There are various stimuli that we have. When we are divided the stimuli, the nature of the stimuli, based on that, the smart polymers are classified into phys physical stimuli, smart polymers, chemical stimuli, smart polymers, and biological stimuli, smart polymers. The physical stimuli, we normally get temperature, light, magnetic or electrical or mechanical, etc. And chemical, pH, redox, and solvent systems. And biological, the glucose or enzyme. Sometimes they may be undergo by the combination of the both the stimuli. So dual stimuli, we normally call either the physical or chemical, chemical or biological, or physical or biological. Mostly we'll have a dual stimuli also. So classification of smart polymers, they are classified as physical stimuli, smart polymers, chemical stimuli, smart polymers, biological stimuli, smart polymers. Based on some extent, they are even a dual stimuli smart. Where we normally apply these smart polymers. Again, this is a vast topic and just limited the explanation to only the six such areas, the drug delivery, biocatalysts, textile engineering, glucose sensors, oil recovery, and bioseparation. Here also I just will provide only little extent how these smart polymers are useful. Suppose in the drug delivery. So let me see that this is a drug inside in a capsule. So what will happen when you just get one stimuli, external stimuli, suppose bioresponse, your enzyme or a glucose is releasing, then automatically drug will be released. So that's why drug delivery system, where the situation demands, at that time the drug will release. pH changes, then the drug will release. Temperature changes, then the drug will release. Or the fields, magnetic or external fields, then the drug will release. So these are the responses, the stimulative responses, and the drug delivery system. So that's why the property to deliver the drug by the stimuli. So that's why they are best used in the medical field, especially in the drug delivery system. And at the same time, biosensor, glucose sensors, this is the what that we normally see. Nowadays, we are just watching, we are wearing a smart watches. They respond in such a way that what extent that heartbeat is there, what is the temperature of your body. So they normally indicate a strip when you just place on your head, it will undergo color changes. A strip, the temperature response strip, it's a sensor. At the same time, nowadays, when we are observing glucose testing sensors, so these are the chronological way how we are just changing ourselves and moving to a new in sensors. So this is a glucose test strips. Whenever you just go to the diagnostic center, they normally take a blood, a drop of blood, and keep on the strip, and they directly measure the glucose content for the diabetic patients. This is in 1987, and you just observed in 1999, the watches are there. When you want to continuously just want to monitor, then if you keep the watch, it will respond to your glucose levels. And continuous glucose monitoring is also there. Suppose when ICU patient is there, if you just connect to this particular one, it continuously give and monitoring the glucose levels in that particular person and respond. And at the same time, the strips, even the sweat biosensors are also there. By the sweat also, what are the glucose levels that we normally have, that we can get from that. So there is 2012, 2015, 2017. So the microfluid biosensor, sweat micro, there is a greater research is being taking place, especially in this particular process, and we are preparing new materials, so thereby new biosensors that we are producing. They are very important. At the same time, the spoilers of the food also that we can identify by the pH sensitive polymers. So we'll keep here the pH sensitive polymers on the food. When the food is spoiled, normally the gases will release. They are acidic in nature or basic in nature. They are pH sensitive. So these materials that we are placing, they are the polymers of pH sensitive materials. Once the acidic or basic gases or volatile gases are releasing, they normally undergo a color change. So these are the yellow, but it becomes orange. The color will be changed. When the color is changing, then definitely we can say that the stored food will already spoil. So we can say that. The textile field also, there is a tremendous research is going on the textile industry. We can see that the temperature is changing, the colors of the textile will also normally changing. Here, uh, the sensitivity causes the temperature change color when they are exposed to heat. These we normally see, especially in the sports persons, when they are just playing, they are getting the heat from the body. Uh, the jersey of them is slowly undergoing a change in color. And at the same time, not only the temperature, even when you just go into the water also, it normally undergo change in the color. And especially uh, for the kids, small, the children especially, they want to give a protection. Suppose if it is a winter, so when the temperature is decreasing, the cloth becomes more warmer and warmer. So in this way, they normally give a protection to the baby. So there is a tremendous changes in the textile industry also, and we are just using these smart polymers and bringing better changes and usage of the textile material and biocatalysts. So as we just observe, when we have a better surface area, then they have a better catalytic nature. So smart polymers at normal temperature, they are just like this. When you are providing heat or temperature, then they activate and show a better surface area. Surface area is increasing, then the catalytic activity also increases like this. So thank you, my dear friends. They are finding the enormous properties, and I cannot cover all those properties. Just the limited extent I cover. Okay. Thank you. Thank you very much.